Welcome to Judge Echo, where we uncover the most shocking legal battles currently sweeping the USA. Subscribe Judge Echo for daily courtroom updates.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ronnie Haddad for the plaintiff.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm on behalf of Ms. Woods.
I know. I hear it. I know, but shouldn't you be doing something security? What is that? I don't feel safe.
Should we all leave?
No, I don't know what we're supposed to do. Alan's supposed to cover me. No, anyway. Go ahead.
We just filed an appearance for Ms. Woods about 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Woods has a 7-day notice to quit. And Your Honor, it appears that all of the Haverhill notices to quit are 7-day. She was in 30 because they're a LIHTC property.
So, Your Honor, I'm going to object to that. She's saying all of the Haverhill cases. She's representing 2 defendants here. She cannot represent the rest of the defendants.
I'm just letting the court know. I did review every one of the Haverhill cases. But I am just representing Ms. Woods right now.
So essentially, this is a CARES Act argument, Your Honor, which concerns me because this is essentially a waste of, this representation of counsel today. If they're going to go by the CARES Act, they've availed themselves to the courts. They have legal aid. They're representing them. We can resolve the case today, but instead they're opting to go for a CARES Act defense only for us to refile. I don't think that's very beneficial to their client. We're just going to have to file again, and this is going to result in some type of a judgment.
I think that if that happens, they're entitled to their court cost on both filings.
Agreed.
So, I mean, yeah, well,
I
I may agree with you. The law may be one thing, court's interpretation. I don't interpret it, and I'm not bound by the circuit court's interpretation of how they view the CARES Act, because this court views it very differently in terms of how it's applied. But so what do you want me to do?
Well, Your Honor, we intend to file a motion to dismiss for Ms. Woods. I don't know when the court would like to hear it, or if the court would like to.
$572, right?
Well, she disputes the amount of the ledger as well, because Haverhill is having a lot of problems with their ledgers right now. I can speak for about a dozen tenants who have had.
All right, how soon? How soon are you going to have your motion?
We could file it within a week, Your Honor.
All right. I have a motion to dismiss that filed by the 22nd. You can file a response if you want. I'll hear it on June 30th, 2026 a.m. And that way, to the extent you believe that you need another 30-day, you can send it now, and you'll be halfway through by the time you get to the motion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Court calls case of Haverhill and Clark versus Tracy Roberts.
That's Ronnie Haddad. If we could just pass on this one, because we were close to resolution, we were just interrupted because we had to run in here. Facilitating a condition.
Did you? Hello. What's your name?
Tracy Robertson.
Okay. Counsel, approach brief.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Can you
Want to approach?
counsel, and then she'll talk to you some more, okay? Haverhill on Clark versus Shanna Lee Smith.
Ronnie Haddad for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm here on behalf of Ms. Smith, who's here in the courtroom today. We filed a motion to dismiss from the CARES Act yesterday, and
I see the motion to dismiss. We'll hear it on June 30th, 2026, 9 a.m.
thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Again, and I'll leave it to the defendant as to what, or the plaintiff as to whether or not they wish to respond. That's up to you. Court calls case of Haverhill on Clark versus Farquaad. Al Zayedi. I messed it up. I really messed it up. And just looking at me smiling, knowing I messed it up.
Cool.
I'm sorry.
It's cool.
What's your name?
It's Furkan Elziadi. Furkan Elziadi.
Got it.
With, the defendant yet,
You have not?
not yet.
Okay. Would you like to speak with counsel, see if you can resolve? No?
No,
We can proceed.
I'm good.
Okay. How much is owing?
To retain in the amount of $2,125, attorney fees and costs in the amount of $170 for a total redemptive amount of $2,295.
All right.
Your Honor, I paid 1,300 this morning. I have 825 left in the account to pay off.
Pardon?
I paid off 1,300 this morning.
This morning.
So in the account is 825. And I
Okay,
and
that's what your balance showed is 825 on your portal.
today. Yep, this morning.
Okay, so it's probably gonna be 825 plus costs.
Cost of what exactly? Sorry, sir.
So it hasn't been reflected yet. My client is here. She actually brought updated ledgers for anyone who's made payments, so it hasn't been processed or updated yet. So I can't technically take it off until that happens.
Right.
$170, I don't believe was included on there.
I'm sure. You think it was, or?
I paid on the portal.
Well, how much did you pay?
1,300.
Okay, so if she paid 1,300. I don't think the costs were included on that balance because the balance you gave me, she would be down to about 1,000. But she's saying that she's at 8 something. So if you put the cost in, she's about at that figure. So she's at about 1,000.
I'm indicating the further orders that once the $1,300 is processed, it would be reflected in the balance. It would be credited towards the balance, but then the remaining balance, I guess, how much?
Oh, let me ask this. If you paid that amount, granted they don't have it. The balance of this, when were you intending on trying to get that?
Friday.
Pardon?
Friday.
Can you pay 1,000 on Friday or thereabouts, or?
If I'm gonna be very transparent, the $175 is the court fee, correct? Is that
Correct.
So I wasn't aware of the court fee. I know, but I don't have it to pay the extra court fee.
Okay, that's
all kind of
I got you.
it's
I just
more and more.
know that because I think you were thinking about paying the 8 and then you'd be all set and then this other one comes in, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Or just do me a favor.
Yes.
Take a breath. You're making me nervous.
You're making me nervous.
No, because if I get nervous, then everybody has a bad day.
Oh.
You don't want everybody to have a bad day, do you? Because if everybody has a bad day, I'm going to tell them to blame you because I was just fine until you started making me nervous. All right. So when would you be able to have the other 170?
I'm thinking hopefully once I get the 825 out the way. So that could.
Well, just tell me.
I don't.
Tell me when you think you can have it.
Hopefully, maybe towards the end of the month, maybe give or.
Okay, so you would be able to pay the 8 something by that date, and then pay that balance by that date, right? Okay, so
give or take, because the rent comes out July 1st.
Right. So here's what I'll do. I'm gonna find no tribal issue. I'm gonna grant them a judgment for the full amount. Just explain to you what I'm doing, okay? You've already paid the 13.
Yeah.
Pay the 8,
Mhm.
and I'm not gonna have an order of eviction date until June 30th. So if you get everything paid by June 30th, you're good. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. So basically, you're telling me that 800 and the 825 needs to be paid off by June 30th.
Yep. You got to pay that 800 plus the court cost off by June 30th. Can you do that, you think, or? Just tell me honestly.
Honestly, probably not. If I'm going to be honest, because the 825 comes out, I try to pay that, and then I have to make rent paid on the 1st. So it'll just.
Oh, so hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
You're factoring in that because you're going to have to pay your rent on the 1st.
Correct.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Will you? Let's not worry about July rent. Okay, in our minds. Would you have that? I'm just going to call it about $1,000 Could you get that whole $1,000 paid by June 30th? Not thinking about your June rent at this point.
Not fully, maybe like
Or your July rent, I'm sorry.
for the June, for the 1,000, but like the court fees, I probably could do like 825 is like what I'm really trying to focus on is like getting that paid off, like getting that out the way, and then the court fee.
Okay, I can't do it that way.
Okay, that's fine.
No, it's okay. I get what you're trying to do. When were you gonna pay your July rent? Do you know?
And anywhere from July 1st to July 5th, July 6th.
So somewhere in that range.
Yeah, like within.
Okay, all right, hang on. Here's what I'm gonna do, all right? Because
The judgment, and you could just write.
yeah, fine. You want me to do your work? Fine, I'll do that too. Because I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do. All right, so pay toward the balance. How much were you intending on paying by next week?
Hopefully the 825.
825? All right. And that you can get that paid by by next week. So after you have your check for your July rent, when's the next time you get a check?
Like a check as in like rent check?
Well, just
on a paycheck?
Back, yeah.
Like a Friday.
Friday.
This upcoming Friday. And then it's every Friday.
You get paid every Friday?
I have 2 jobs. So one job pays me on a Friday, and then the next job will pay me on a Friday.
So you get paid every Friday?
Yeah, but it's not like that.
No, I got you. But I'm trying to just get dates on this, okay? So
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm gonna issue this judgment this way. You paid the 1,300. You're gonna pay the 825. You're gonna pay that by the 22nd of this month.
That's Friday. Yep.
Okay. Well, the Friday's the 19th, but that's a holiday. So you're gonna pay it by the Monday.
Okay.
Okay. If you do that, then on this judgment, court cost, you need to pay that by July 10th.
Okay.
Which is another couple Fridays away. That way you'll be able to get, as I'm understanding, you'll be able to get your July rent in, and then you'll be able to get those payments in. Got it?
Sure.
You follow me?
I am.
Or are you just nodding at me?
No, I'm following you.
Okay. So this will give you an opportunity to just get it all paid off. You'll be all set, because if you get your June rent paid in, pay this, then by the 10th, you're going to be clear.
And then as far as the court fees, is it posted on the portal, or do I come to the court and pay it?
I don't know how no, you pay it to the landlord.
Okay.
They will put that on your account and then pay it. They just theoretically can't put them on until liable. So
Okay.
That's why it's not there.
So basically, you get to Friday to pay off the 825, and then by July 10th, the rent will also be reflected and the court. Okay.
Court.
For sure. Just
Okay. That time spreads it out.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
God bless you.
You do the same.
I'm just gonna make this easier for you. Could we call the ones that are ready 1711?
Yeah, make it easy for him. I don't think she's trying to make. I think she's trying to mess up my game. All right, which one? 17.
11 is ready, 1709 is ready.
9 is ready. 11's ready.
1707.
07 and 08. I had 6 cases left. She gave me 4. Really? That's helpful, counsel. Court calls the case Haverhill on Clark versus Jasmine Daniels.
This one is running down for the plaintiff. This one is also a dismissal without prejudice.
All right, case is dismissed. That's without prejudice. Haverhill on Clark versus Lakeisha Jewelry.
Brewery.